Now let's talk about the length of your resume. There's a lot that can be said about this, but let's keep it simple. Rule number 1. Find out how much space is allowed by the specific scholarship. Some will limit you to 1 page, some will say 2 or 3 pages, while others will give you no page limit whatsoever. On the other side of the spectrum, some applications won't ask for a resume at all, or will substitute the requirements for a resume with a section of the application that asks about your experiences and volunteer work. As a rule of thumb, most scholarship resumes should either be 1 or 2 pages. I have 20 years of working experience and still use a 2-page resume, so there is really no reason to go beyond 2 pages. Now, how should you decide if you should pick a 1-page resume or a 2-page resume? Well, there are 2 major points you should consider. First, whatever you decide, make sure that your resume is either precisely 2 pages or precisely 1 page. Never leave blank space on your resume. This means that a 1.5-page resume is a definite no-no. The reason for this is purely psychological. When a judge sees a full 1-page or 2-page resume, they wonder, is there other activities that you had to cut out due to the space limit? They have the opportunity to give you the benefit of the doubt. But when they see a half-page or blank space, it tells the judge that you've told them everything that there is to know about you, and that there simply was nothing else that you could write. And this made it obvious, because if you had more activities, you would have used the blank space to tell them all about it. So never have blank space on the resume. Submit a full 1-page or 2-page resume only. The second consideration you should take into account is based on the overall requirements of the application. Some scholarship applications are very long and might require essays, but other applications are really short, and they require simply a resume and nothing else. The requirements in the scholarship application have a significant impact on how much space you have to communicate your unique story to the scholarship judges. In situations where you have unlimited space to tell your story, a concise 1-page resume will probably work great. However, for applications where there only is a resume required, it might be worth expanding to a 2-page resume. This extra space will allow you to communicate more of your personal story to the scholarship judges, which could help set you apart from the other applicants. So to sum up our main points, first, in general, your resume should be no longer than 2 pages. Second, make sure your resume is exactly 1 page or 2 pages and never leave blank space. And finally, feel free to expand your resume in situations where the scholarship application didn't give you enough space to tell your full story.